Hi, my name's Kim Cross. I'm the Managing Director of Grosvenor House Publishing. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Our company started because I wrote a book. I had sold out of an advertising company I had in 2004. I've always wanted to write a book, so I had time on my hands, sat down at my computer and wrote out a brief outline of what I thought this book would be, and literally then just started hitting away at the keyboard and set myself a target of between 500 to 1,000 words a day, which doesn't sound like a lot, but to be honest, that's quite difficult to maintain day after day after day. So it required a lot of discipline, and anybody that's written a book will recognize the discipline that it requires. And it is quite a feat to write a book and maintain that discipline. Once I finished the book, about 10 or 12 friends and friends of friends read the manuscript, and every one of them to a T said to me, "You've got to do something with this, it's a really good story." So being encouraged by these comments, I sent my statutory two chapters and a synopsis off to various literary agents. Heard back from 4, I think, all pretty much saying the same thing in terms of our books are full, or this isn't the type of genre that we do, etc., etc. So I started looking at self-publishing, and I got quoted between £2,500 to £9,500 to have my book published. Now, I've been in business for myself in various companies since 1976, and I was getting quite despondent about the information that I was getting from these companies. And the straw that broke the camel's back, I think, was an information evening I went to in London, held by an American company that was also based here at the time. And there was about 30 odd people at this information evening. And unfortunately for the company, about half of them were their own authors. And as it transpired, during the evening, all of their own authors at various times stood up and complained bitterly that what this company was charging them to print their books essentially made their books unsaleable. And it was that meeting that really made me decide that I'm going to start a publishing company myself. And as happenstance is, I was talking to a friend and neighbour of mine about this experience, and he looked at me aghast and he said, "This is amazing." He said, "Because I've written a book as well." And I said, "Really?" He said, yeah, I've written a children's book. And Jason, this is my co-director and neighbour, he had a television company that was primarily into post-production, which he'd had for about 15 years. So, you know, we started chatting, and the chatting came to planning. And within, I would say, 6 weeks of that meeting, Grosvenor House Publishing was born. And our company literally is born out of recognizing a need for self-published authors to have a company that's on their side rather than a company that's trying to rip them off. A company that recognizes that you can't sell a 250-page paperback for $12.95 and expect it to sell. A company that recognizes equally that there are all kinds of so-called marketing packages out there that cost a lot of money, that are sold by a lot of self-publishing companies. And those marketing packages do absolutely nothing for the effective marketing of their books, but they cost a lot of money. So we feel very strongly that Grosvenor House is an integral part of the arsenal of a self-published author, because rather than working against our authors, we work with them and for them.